And I'm like, hello,
Yeah,
can you
we
hear
can
me
hear
still?
you.
Oh, okay. And so I'm unable to pay them. It makes my credit is terrible because it comes up all the time. I'm not allowed to really get a lot of things. I feel sad about it because I feel like I'm running from it. I didn't do good in school, but I feel like I'm running from the bill. Um, and I'm not that excited about sending my son to college when because he's in the 10th grade and he's going to be going to the 12th grade soon. And then he's going to want to probably go off to college. But I know it's cheaper sometimes to go to those little trade schools and stuff. So I'm a little concerned about that, the fees and how much it costs even to go to school, books and all the astronomical fees that they charge.
Okay. Um, Jada, can you just you said that you couldn't pass the classes in school and things like that. Was there any like guidance at school when you were going to school and explaining to them, or no?
Yeah, I did. I was actually in a program. I was in two programs for people who was either disabled or had mental health issues and needed help. So I was in a program, a trio program, and another program where they help you. But they were tutors, so I had two tutors from two different programs, and I still didn't pass. I'm not going to say that the tutors was bad. They weren't bad. I just think that with somebody as with the intelligence that I have would probably needed something different or something more visual. So I didn't do good at that, and I
Correct.
still failed.
But you still had those student loan bills, no
Yeah,
matter what,
no
right?
matter what, no matter what, it doesn't matter. I still right. I still currently have them. They still. I was supposed to be trying to fill out a forgiveness loan thing. I did that twice, and still they still sending me bills and stuff. So I'm like, what is the student loan forgiveness program then? If I'm not gonna, nobody's responding in that form. They just like catching up, like, okay, we found her, she moved. Let's, start sending bills out again and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of depressing because like I said, my credit is mostly only thing on my credit mostly is school.
Correct. Let
And
me
that's
ask.
the biggest.
Yes. Let me ask you this. How would this 50K, if they were to remove 50K of your student loan debt, how would it help you?
All will help me tremendously because then I wouldn't necessarily have to do student forgiveness and student because the student forgiveness you're not allowed to ever get a loan again. I never want to say I never want to go back to school. I'm 47 years old. I'm trying to find a niche, something that I'm good at with my along with my health illnesses, my kidney disease, my liver disease, and my mental health. I still like to do things and try to get a business started or something. So I want to actually be able to go back and do a training or a school, and I don't want that to affect me.
Correct. Okay. Thank you so much, Jada, for joining us.
Yes, thank you for inviting me.
Yes, yes, and definitely we'll have you back again. We have a smaller group here today.
Okay.
Megan, are you able to talk, or if you don't want to talk, that's fine.
Hi, yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Um, do you,
Hi.
do you have any student loan debt, Miss Megan?
Yes, I do. Ugh. Mhm.
Could you elaborate on what some of the things that the student loan debt has done in your life? How has it affected you? Can
Yeah,
you? Yeah.
sure. Yeah. I have, so I'm currently getting a PhD.
Okay.
And I have student loan debt from my undergraduate degree from University of Michigan and then my master's degree at the University of Central Florida.
Oh wow.
And in both instances, I took out roughly about $20,000 for each, degree,
Yes.
so that I wouldn't have to like work so hard or, because and I still worked through both degrees, but taking out the loans helped me like
Yeah.
not have to work full time. And now currently, so that was $40,000 total. They're now currently at about $70,000, so 30,000 of that is just interest.
Wow.
And you know, I'm like at the age where I might want to buy a house, or I might want to do all these things. And like, you know, Jada was saying, like, you know, it's that hangs on your credit. It's like an albatross. Like, you know, you could have great credit and then people look at you and like, ooh, you're debt to income. And it's just because of these astronomical student loans. You know, like I have, I'm an only parent to my child. So like I can't take $700 out of my check every month to pay a student loan debt. That would be ridiculous. So for a lot of these years, I've just been like, I'm fine if y'all want to call it defaulting, if y'all want to call it whatever word they want to attach to it, like, you know, that's fine. I don't really care because I know that the credit system anyways is set up to hinder poor people already. So like you know, you'll find your way you know, it's like you find your way forward even without the little system. So but the $50,000, like, I mean, yes, that would be amazing. I would still be looking at $20,000 worth of debt, but you know, I've never looked anything in the I'm not even gonna call it a gift horse because it's our tax money. But it would be extremely, extremely helpful in reducing that, you know. I think, and I won't take up too much air in the room, but I will just say one of the things that I've always found really, really unfair, especially because I went into a field that people are like, well, if you wanted to, you know, make money, you shouldn't have gone into the liberal arts, and like, why are you studying, you know? And it's like, you know, I went to Michigan, for example, and got the exact same degree as my, you know, well, not the exact same, like, but both went to Michigan, got an undergraduate degree, except for my best friend went into aerospace engineering, right? Oh, wow. And so by the time he was out at 18, he was already making six figures. Oh, right. But as an educator, you know, I am an educator and a social science researcher. Like, six figures are careers in that world are very, very hard to come by. So, you know, just even having like an equitable structure for how we charge people to go to school and knowing what they're going to get paid on the back end. It just, you know, on top of all of the other factors that affect people of color and especially women of color, like, you know, it's like, anyways, let me get off my.
Oh, no, Megan, I went to the University of Michigan as well. And I just wanted to say the tuition is bad enough. And then you factor in the cost of living. I mean, Ann Arbor is one of the most affluent cities in the country. Yeah. And so even though I had a pretty decent sized scholarship and I was paying in-state tuition, the cost of living is what I had to take out a lot of my loans for. So, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's terrible. I don't have student loan debt, but my husband, who has student loan debt, and same thing, like Megan said, Jada, you know, we wanted to buy a house together, but guess what? Because he owed so much money on his student loans, and it's crazy because he went to a community college, but he had no one to tell him, listen, you're going to graduate with all these loans, and you're going to graduate and not be able to get. He has a decent job, but it's like, you take out all the loans in the world. Nobody's there to tell you, no, you don't need it. Don't do it. But they continue to give them to you. Right.
Yes.
That's the crazy part. And you know, us as young African American women, as young African American men, we don't seem to think at the end of it, like, is it gonna affect me? You know, so we're gonna get through. But I think 1,000 women strong, we are on the right path. Um, we are getting these petitions signed. And Jada, I'll definitely send it over to you as well. I think I did. And you can also go to our website and sign it as well, Miss Megan, if you have not already. I do appreciate you ladies for joining us. And it was a smaller group, but it was well worth it, right?
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes,
We got to talk
absolutely.
and have a good conversation, and who knows what this conversation may lead to and where we'll go. Um, I truly appreciate you guys. I won't hold y'all until 7. I know it's up until 7, but I won't hold y'all up until 7. If y'all don't have any more questions for us here at 1000 Women Strong, we can go ahead and end it. But if you do, please feel free to ask.
Sure. I
Um,
mean, I don't have any questions, but just
No,
let me
thank
know
you.
if you guys need any assistance here in Southeast Michigan. I'm
yes,
happy to help always. I'm good
I'm
friends with
gonna
Nicole, so
Meg.
I'll also, yeah.
Okay, so you know Nicole. Good, perfect,
Mm-hmm.
perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
Hi, can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
Okay. I did want to say something, and I just wanted to say I remember when I first started college in New York City, that there were a lot of people out there handing out credit cards like they were candy. And I remember
Yes.
when I first got it, I was living on my own because I was awarded the state. And I was in foster care young, so I didn't. When I went to college, I didn't have anybody to tell me, well, you don't need that, or you shouldn't get that, or if you do get it, this is the responsible way to use it. They were handing them out like candy. Then I went from one college to another and didn't realize that when I went from one to another, the college fee still followed me from the last place to
Yep.
the next place and to the next place. So it was like a building falling down from the top, all the way down to the bottom for everything. And I felt like that was the wrong thing to do. They shouldn't allow young people at 18 to sign up for all these cards. We can't even vote at 18. At 18, you have to be 21 to vote. So I think that the responsibility that they putting on young adults when they first go to college, that shouldn't happen because, as you know, when you first go to college, there's things you need, you things you think you want, and you're young. So I just wanted to say that.
Jada, let's clarify that vote thing. You can vote at 18 now. You can vote if you're 17, turning 18 before the primaries. So,
Oh, okay. You know what
yeah.
I was straight thinking? They're not
Mm,
allowed to go out and drink and stuff.
Yeah, I was saying she must be drinking.
yeah.
Right.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
What's actually interesting about this, if I could just jump in, as we were talking about all of this, my mind just started running on, and I know this is a whole tangent, but this is how my mind works.
No, no.
The like making Haiti pay back all those hundreds of millions of dollars for their having won
Yes.
their revolution against France. And like it seems like, when we think about these things, there's such a pattern. And there's a term um, that comes out of anthropology that's called revanchism. And it's a
Mhm.
term for capitalism that takes its revenge on poor people for wanting their liberty.
Oh,
And
wow.
as I hear more and more stories of people who are like tied up under debt and tied up under all kinds of these structures that literally take their revenge out on us for saying, hey, something's wrong here, right? Like
For
this
speaking
is
up.
this is what it reminds me of. It was just, we're not here because we made a mistake, because we weren't smart enough to navigate the system, because we weren't good enough. We're literally victims of a system trying to take its revenge on people who are like, hey, something's wrong.
Right.
That- That's
Mm,
why I think social science is so important as well, because so many things we didn't have terminology for, for so long to really put, evidence back to our lived experience, which definitely
yeah.
helps with like policy making. And so
Mm-hmm.
what field you're in is so important, and it's just as important that we have representation in that field as the other engineering career that you mentioned. And so I'm glad that despite the debt, that you're there, able to represent some of these issues.
Oh yeah. Representation now at the PhD level, that's a whole nother fight. So, a whole nother fight we're having. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. I will give you back your 25 minutes.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, for the work that you're doing.
Thank you, Miss
Thank
Megan.
you.
We hope to see you again on our next town hall.
All right.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jada.
Thank you very much for
Thank you.
inviting me.
Yes, ma'am. And I'll reach back out to you later on. And y'all have a great, great day. Okay.
Thank you. You do too as well.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Taylor.
Bye, Thelma.
Bye. Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
So much. Okay.
You did great.
We did. Okay. We're getting better. We're getting better.
Yes.
We're
Okay,
getting
I'll talk.
next, I think it's the 17th. Am I correct? Or the
Let me double check.
17th. I'll get some more stuff going here. So
Okay, no
All right.
problem.
thank
All
you.
right,
so
talk to you
much.
later. No
Bye.
problem. Thank you, Thelma. Bye.